All right, moving on to the BBC. Bad news for white males contemplating a career in journalism, Esther. Data released under a Freedom of Information request shows non-white applicants to the BBC's journalism training scheme are 2.5 times more likely to be accepted than white males. So my question is whether or not this is just one of those anomalies that happens from time to time, or is this deliberate?
Obviously not. The BBC has had an institutional problem of this nature for a long time. They tend to recruit urban young people that are of ethnic minority backgrounds, and you can see that reflected in a lot of the creative outlet that they put out there. You can see that reflected in a lot of the types of reporting and how it's influenced by having certain people of this particular background. If you are a working class white person in a coastal town in Britain, your chances of getting a BBC internship are that much lower because the elites that are running these organizations somehow have this perceived, this warped perception that you're privileged just because of the color of your skin. Nothing to do with if you grew up on a council estate or if you have low scholastic attainment, which many white working class boys suffer from. They actually have the lowest levels of scholastic attainment in this country. So this is an institutional problem that I suspect is replicated in other parts of the country. I mean, the Ministry of Defense had to pay out compensation for white men that were trying to be recruited into the air forces for being white, and so they had to pay them, I think, £2,500 in compensation each,
because they were being discriminated against
by virtue of being white. And this was revealed after email documents showed that they didn't want white straight men in the air forces.
And how's this policy improving the performance of the BBC? I mean, is the standard of reporting getting better?
Well, I mean, the BBC has many problems, particularly on trying to maintain some sort of impartiality, but it's mainly, you can see in the types of kind of creative content that they put out there. So their documentaries, their series, their films, they all have a skew. I mean, you probably wouldn't see a BBC show now if it didn't have some sort of black gay doctor or some sort of one-legged transgender Muslim. So I think it's pretty clear it's being reflected in a lot of mainstream content they're putting out there.
Esther, it sounds to me like the BBC's gone the way of Star Wars. Esther Krakue, thank you for your time. Always appreciate talking to you.